Hey there, YouTube. This is Ted again. We're doing episode 3 of Millennial at Home today. Um, Today is kind of an impromptu episode. We're working on a window air conditioner. We decided to get this because, quite frankly, it's getting hotter and hotter every day, and we can't really deal with it anymore. This one in particular is rated at 10,000 BTU. So that combined with the one we have for our bedroom should be enough to keep cool the first floor of the house. We're really only concerned about the first floor of the house. The basement stays pretty cool all on its own. So we should be fine there. What I'm going to do today is I need to build a platform to put it in its window. You guys are getting kind of a behind the scenes view here. This is the switching setup we have. So this is the window it's going in. You can see we left the level in here just for preparation. But the window, it's going to go in the window here, and so we need to get a platform ready and then some kind of support down to hold it up. So pretty simple, but you know what? Why not do a live stream? 'Cause that's what my generation does apparently. All right. So the first thing we'll do is we have this piece right here. Got this board that's kind of gross, but doesn't matter. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a good square edge right there, and then cut the correct length. This is a 9.5-inch wide board. We measured the air conditioner to be just at 19.5 inch. So that means the air conditioner will probably overhang. If we putting two pieces side by side, that means the air conditioner will overhang by about 1/4 inch on each side. That should be fine. Not too worried about it. So we'll do a couple measurements right here for you. Like I said, the width across the air conditioner, 19 and 3/4 I was on. So it'll hang over 3/8 of an inch on each side. And then the measurement I'm working for is from the back to this right here, and that's where the unit is designed to meet up with the windowsill. So for that, it is 16.5 inches. So for that, we'll need, a length of 16.5 inches. So two pieces of that at 16.5 inches. I'm going to use my miter saw to cut that. Real fast, since I don't have a extra set of hands out here, I have a quick clamp. I have a couple of them actually. But I'm going to use a quick clamp to kind of hold the board down in place. I'll make a cut to square it up. I'll have to take it and flip it probably because I don't have a blade that can cut 9.5 inches on its own. So I'll take it and flip it, line it back up with the cut I've already made, lock it down again, make my cut, and then measure it out and repeat. So do that a couple times and get it going. I'm going to turn the audio off for this, or at least down substantially, because it's going to get loud. There you go. All right. functional thing. There we go. Not again. Look at that. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Alright. Yeah, that is terrible. Alright. So now, where did I measure tape? Man, I forgot a pencil. 16.5 inches. Let me see if my wife can help me out. Sarah? Sarah? Grab me a pencil. Always nice to have a wife who's... Or a Sharpie. I don't really care which. Or a Sharpie. My office. Managed to give myself a sliver already. Okay, got the Sharpie. There. Oh, click on that. Latch for this thing likes to flip over. Just try and line up that edge with the saw blade. Good. So, not quite as good. Not quite as good of an edge. Good enough, I think. So there's one. I'll just check it real fast. That is a little short. I might have mismeasured. It's a little short, but it might still work. Yeah, I measured 15.5. I was a full inch short there. Wow. Nice job. What do they say? Measure twice, cut once. That's what they're talking about it. Now I don't need that clamp, which is nice. Just double check. Let's grab that board again. The bad one. Sorry for the camera arrangement, guys. Like I said, this is kind of impromptu. Not what I was anticipating. So, here we go again. Neighbor kid is a little curious what we're doing. There. That's good, because that's a better cut. So there we go. And I'm just going to use this one. Pretty certain first. Yep, that's the correct length. So I'm going to do that. And that number. Set that aside. Almost dead center down the middle of the board. Yep, look at that. So, it does smell like redwood. Very aromatic smell to it. If it is, that's good. Redwood, from what I understand, redwood is resistant to rot. I don't know if you can hear much of that. Let me turn the volume back up. So yeah, what I was trying to say was, if this is redwood, it is resistant to rot, and that's good. So, the next thing we'll need to do is figure out how far into the window these can go, and then I'm going to make a piece. Actually, you know what? First, we're going to make a piece to go along the back and join these two up. Along the edge. So, if I measured right, and they're both 9.5, that means this should be 19 inches. And look at that, it is just shy of 19 inches. We'll go 19, just to be safe. Okay. Generally speaking, being a little big is better than being a little small, because then, excuse me, is that you can always cut material off. It's a lot harder to add it back on. Alright, so we'll square this one up. Cut it at 19 inches. Guys in this, everybody. Sorry, I should have muted that. My bad. I should mention, it's not critical to be absolutely perfect here. This is not, you know, going to be an heirloom platform that I pass down for generations and generations. This dude's holding up an air conditioner. So don't overthink it. I know, if you knew me at all, to hear me say that would make you laugh. But yeah, don't overthink it. So we're going to put that right there. Take some quick clamps. One there. One in the center here. Third one. Friend Tana came over. She's hoping she'd help me, but then got called to a Zoom meeting at the last minute. So do that. Flip it over, see if that'll hang out right there for a minute. It will. That'd be awesome. I'll grab my drill. Where did you put it? You left it inside probably. That's fine. So for this, I'm going to pre-drill some holes real fast. Just sink a couple screws into it. Probably 2 each for now. A couple more in a minute. Phone keeps going off at the most inopportune times. Here we go. Go figure. Kicking up the dust, and now my allergies are unhappy. You can hear that. It's my drill bag. So, I'm going to run inside again real fast, change out the battery. I'll be right back. There we go. So now, we got that done. We're going to take some 2-inch screws. I think 2 inch would be just fine. Put that back in. You drove that side for a minute. Those screws. Right. So hopefully my camera doesn't die while I'm doing this. Alright. So a quick tip, if you find yourself not liking your whatever container your screws come in, save things like peanut butter jars, especially plastic ones. They make great things for holding together fits. These things are actually those peanut butter filled pretzel bites. Well, the store I normally get them on, it comes in these, and this is just the right size to hold a box of 5 pounds of screws. So, quick tip. So another thing is, when you're driving screws, even when you drill pilot holes, it's usually best to switch down to your lowest speed and turn on your clutch a little bit. So that way you'll get the most amount of force towards turning the screw rather than speed. See, there we go. Now, I only have a regular driver, I don't have an impact driver. So that ratchet you hear right there, that's actually the transmission. That's the, it's a feature so that you don't over tighten the screw. Awesome. Nope. Here we go. All of it's in. Now, we'll see how well it fits on the platform. Looks like that camera could use some shading. So yeah, looks like it fits pretty well right there. So we want to try and center it up as best we can. Luckily, this thing is 24 inches, which just happens to be the width, or about the width of the window frame. So I can kind of line that up. Like that. I was hoping Tana would be done with her call. She could help me get this sunk in. It looks like she's not. So, I'm going to use a 2x4 piece of there and just kind of prop it up for now. Now I kind of lucked out in terms of getting this correct depth. So now the other thing we got to do, it'd be hilarious if this is just the right spot for level. Holy crap, it is. The problem is, right there, yeah, it's just about level. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, I don't think. Because there's nothing really keeping it from swinging one way or the other. Even if I screw it in right here, I'm not sure I trust it to stay where it's at, unless we were to stake something down. So I suppose that's an option though. Maybe when Tana's off for a Zoom call, we can do that. Now, I think what I'm going to do though is zip some screws into it. And for that, I'm only going to use I'm just going to grab some 1.5 inches. That should, I don't want it to go too deep. I just want something to kind of grab onto the surface. So just 1.5 inch screws. I'll So I preset them in. Go a little bit bigger for the pilot hole this time, so they'll more likely to spin in those holes once they get through the material. That back right there. And turn this around. Gotta be careful here. All right. I think we're just gonna do 2 of them. Should be fine. That bit out. Kind of. Okay, it hit the table. It didn't go down. Grab the 1.5 inch screws. So, and as always, guys, if you're online, if anybody's viewing, feel free to post a question. Let me know some thoughts. If anybody is wondering about my last stream and the iPad repair that did not go to plan. I took that in. I found somebody who will service it. And we should know tomorrow what the story on that is. So maybe we'll do another live stream with that, if they let me, in their store. Ask what I did wrong, figure it out. And that's what this is about. It's about learning. It's about learning to do things for yourself and, you know, at least making the effort. Okay. So do that. Grab the drill. Switch it back a little bit low speed. We'll set that right there. Use this as a guide, as a reference. The other thing I have, I just remembered, is I actually have some pieces that I cut for if I can, I'd probably prefer this to tilt back out the window. Because typically, window air conditioners have a problem with condensation. That does not look even at all. Where'd that block go? Window air conditioners tend to have a problem with condensation. So, so if you can, you want them tilted away from the building, and that condensation will hopefully roll back out of the unit. A lot of them have a bottom that is already inclined in that manner, but some of the older ones, especially, may not. They specifically say on them, like there was actually a warning on this: do not drill into the unit. A lot of people will do that anyway to help it drain. It really can be, you know, a gamble to do that, but totally your call. I've done it, but I was very, very careful to look in the machine, even open it up, and figure out where a spot in it would be that I would, that was safe. And I made sure also to put like a stop on the drill and also preset my hole. But Yeah. All right, back over here. So now we got to figure out how tall this is going to be. So I think the next thing to do is going to be to set it in here. Or it's either to set it in here or to set my, or to make a decision about how I want to set my my footing. So below it, I put a paver brick to kind of use as a base that would hopefully be where I want it to be. But now I'm propping it against the house, and it's almost perfectly level as is. I could maybe lift it up a bit and level it out even more, and just sink a couple of screws through it. I'm not sure I like that idea. I think I'd prefer it standing straight up. Then again, if the stone gets hit by something, I don't know. You know what? I think we can try it this way. Maybe. Again, if anybody has any ideas on the comments, feel free. What's up? Let's go to okay. Let's go do what? What exactly? So, let me adjust the camera and give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at here. Excuse me. Yeah, allergies just terrible. So as you can see, this is not straight up and down. So it is literally being held in by the just by force right there. I was a little worried about this board, but if I'm honest, let's see. A little creaky. Let's see. Let's put some weight on it. Now. Okay. I mean, it held me up. I kind of feel like if I stake in there and make sure at least that this is plumb this way, I think we'll be fine. All right, so I think what I'll do now is I'm going to use this piece, this end from here, see if I can make some stakes out of it. Sometimes what you gotta do is just make some adaptation as you go along. So definitely gonna need 3-inch screws though. Cut it all the way over here to 45, and then I'm gonna add maybe some kind of block to give it an even sharper angle. There we go. Use these. Again, guys, it does not need to be perfect. Just do be safe about it. I guess that's the just like that. And before I forget, to mute that, switch it over. We'll mute that. nice good angle on it. Sorry. Nice good angle on it. I feel like that I could drive in pretty well. Probably make another one. Not perfect, but again, I think they'll do. Need to run and grab a sledgehammer. I'll be right back. Okay. So 3-inch screws. No, I did not. Sorry, guys. I'm still kind of new to doing this all on my own. So 3-inch screws, mini sledge. Let's get down there and see if we can stake this thing in. Maybe the wrong way of doing it, but we're going to give it a shot. So, again, guys, I'm going to apologize right now, though, for this is not the best quality of stream. I know that. Again, I kind of this is kind of last minute thought. Figured I could do it. Now, if I were looking for something more permanent, I would probably use treated, or I'd even just use a steel rod or something like that. We're not exactly looking for anything permanent. We're kind of we're just trying to get something that works. I'll come back out here in a few weeks and see how these things are holding up. High speed. So for drilling holes, high speed's good. But for driving screws, it's not the best. Alright. I'll switch it up again. Now, if you're really paying attention, you might have noticed I like to use Torx head screws or Starbit. I'm a firm believer that they're just a better screw, if you ask me. They just work better than Phillips. By that I mean, if you can see that, it's not a crosshead. There's actually 6 points to it. They just hold better. I don't know why. Well, I kind of understand why, but I think it's really foolish. People use Phillips head these days. Especially with every box of these I buy, there's another Starbit head in them. So, All right, here we go. And guess what I forgot to do, guys? Yep. Forgot to turn low speed on. So. There we go. You know what? Once we get it attached up here, I think it'll be pretty strong. It's all good. It's my neighbor, folks. No big deal. Yeah. You readjust the camera. We'll get right back on it. I'm going to take a couple of these and I'm going to drill them without pre-drilling my holes. Just kind of illustrate, some of these screws are actually really made to go through without a problem. I know, foreshadowing, right? Real fast. I'll make sure where we're at. We're a pretty steep incline. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to shim this a bit. Get level. Let's see what. Just stick this piece under there. Yeah, there we go. That's just about level. That's interesting. That's just a scrap piece of the redwood. You might just screw that in on top as well, just to secure it. But we'll see. Okay, again. Go right through here. Saw that thing just sucked right up against the other piece of wood. Generally speaking, pre-drilling can be a good idea, but there are also some modern screws out there that are really made to just go right through. So there you go. That is pretty darn steady. I am actually quite happy with that. Now, other thing we need to do, we need to create, maybe we should have done this actually before I secured this in place, but I trimmed down this piece right here to kind of create a buffer in between the window and the edge of the windowsill. It's not going to be perfect, I don't think. I wanted to have a little bit of gap in it. But I wanted to be just enough so that the window, or so the air conditioning unit would just slide right in. So now the question is, how tall does the air conditioner unit sit above the height of that? It says we need a 16-inch opening, but that's assuming, keep forgetting to cut, guys. That's assuming that the that the unit is sitting in the windowsill. So I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm saying we should check. So clear all this off. Look at that. Boy, that was just the tape measure. Up there. Get it out of the box all the way, and then we'll put it right into the space. So, ready? Okay. Turn it around. Do this from the side. Use the temp tube. Okay. So far, so good. Looks like going right up like that. Now, what I'm seeing underneath, though, is it does look like there's going to be a bit of a gap. We have some gasket material to fill that in. I suppose I could also just stick a piece of plywood in there. We'll probably just use the gasket too. That's fine. That's what it's made for. Aw. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But whatever. So now the question, how tall from here to there? Probably got to take that off as well. Alright. There it is. So from there to there. Oh. Let me get in here. Against the walls. It is. Look at that. I am very surprised. It is right at 16 inches. I would not have guessed. I mean, did I leave it on the unit? Let's check. Nope. Okay. You again. Okay. So where'd that piece go? Here it is. So we'll need two 16-inch pieces. More than enough there. Just a little bit more than enough. And from that, we have to stick those side pieces in. Oh, good. But you need to make sure I cut this one correctly. Next. Perfect. Let's see if we can wedge those in. Nope, we're gonna have to move the air conditioner. That's fine. So I'm gonna go inside, see if I can wedge the air conditioner out a little bit, and work these pieces in. Watch, this is where it all goes wrong. My luck. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see me, or how well you can see me. One. There's two. Not as bad. Okay. So it looks like it's going to fit. In fact, I am very confident. Maybe too confident. There we go. But you know what I think I need to do? Of course, I'll put the cord around the inside. The only thing I need to do is there we go. I think that'll be fine. I'm gonna go inside and check it. But I think that'll be fine. I'm gonna remove possibly that bracket right there. Put a gasket on the top of it. And we'll figure out something to put in the bottom there. Probably a chunk of plywood. This stuff's gonna be too thick. Maybe not. So, yeah, I think that will do it though for this project. All right, I want to say thanks to everybody who came out. No crew was there, at least for a little bit. I don't know if he's still there. Good long 1 hour project. Not that hard to do. Had a little bit of adaptation in it. But otherwise, yeah, I would call this one a success. And yeah, we'll get it wrapped up. See y'all. Oh, one other thing. Again, please like, subscribe, share this video and the stream. We're going to do some more projects in the near future. I know oil change was on the list. We'll get to that as soon as we can. The other one is we have a sink faucet that we're going to replace. And there's a couple other ones around the house. We've got some storage stuff that I'm going to be doing. So please like, share, subscribe if you want to just see how we tackle it. And yeah, till then, keep fixing stuff, guys.